And now into the second part of a two-part series on child trafficking in the Commonwealth. We are highlighting the woman's journey of resilience and survival. And to protect her identity as a trafficking victim, we will refer to her in this story as Chelsea. ABC 36's ALENA Neves tells us Chelsea's inspiring journey towards recovery.
Chelsea says her life took a turn when she was just 4 years old.
It started as young as I can remember, and my first trafficker was my biological father, who was also a very avid alcoholic, and he also worked as a corrections officer.
Chelsea shares that her father's alcoholism compounded the chaos and trauma during her childhood as he began to exploit her by inviting others in.
He used to traffic me to his friends. So, at that time growing up with it, it's something you don't obviously understand or have a concept of really what is going on or the depths of it. Or I would see money being switched out when they arrived, and at the time, obviously I didn't know that meant it was being sold. I just knew that is something that took place before these horrific men came and did whatever they wanted.
As a result of a divorce between Chelsea's parents, she would be in her father's custody, while her mother, who Chelsea says battled drug addiction, would have her during the week. She said her father was so sick that all he could focus on was satisfying his friends.
It started out as just at-home incestual child sexual abuse.
And how long did this go on with him and his friends?
Up until his friends were involved about until I was about, I want to say 7 or 8.
She said she got to a point where she was confused about parental love.
To find ways to potentially do whatever I could to make it stop, whether that was stop fighting and just comply, or if my mother wasn't doing this to me, so is this what real love is supposed to look like?
She said she did not want to reveal all the abuse to her mom because of fear.
The main threat was that he was going to kill my mom.
Chelsea says there came a time when her father's abuse did stop.
I guess between my weight gain and my age, I kind of aged out for him and his friends. Closer to becoming a teenager, he was more, I guess, turned off and disgusted by my appearance and my age.
Chelsea says the cycle of drama led her from being a victim of her father's abuse to trying to kill herself, a life of prostitution, often when under the influence of fentanyl. Chelsea is a rideshare driver now because her multiple shoplifting arrests prevent her from getting other types of jobs. Detective Lynn says the outdated Victim Protection Act fails to help traffic victims like Chelsea. He says no one is thinking how the trafficking victim is supposed to transition back into life. In Lexington, I'm ALENA Neves for ABC 36 News Now.